Hi, my name is Carla Vasquez. I'm 31 years old, and I have been struggling with depression and anxiety for many years now, but officially diagnosed back in 2018. So I remember that I was living in Dominican Republic. I moved here. I finished my medical career. I started trying to get back into my residency and far from my family. I got into this big, deep hole of emptiness, I will say. I couldn't sleep very well. I was crying a lot. I didn't have energy. I basically sometimes didn't want to wake up either. So it was like having a lot of emotions, being far from the people you love. And at that point, I remember that I seek for help. So I went to God information, and I was diagnosed with major depression and anxiety. I got some medications for that. And I remember that the medications for the anxiety were really bad. The side effects that I was experiencing was I had tremors, and I was feeling that my heart rate was faster than what it was supposed to be. And I was feeling way worse than what I was feeling with the anxiety. So I had to stop that one. My depression medication, however, it kind of stabilized me a little bit for a period of time. I started doing therapy as well, and I got stable time to time. Again, when you are taking this kind of medication, you are very exposed to a lot of side effects. And I remember once that I went with my friends to the beach. I forgot to take my medication in the morning, and then we had to come back earlier just because my head was like, I wasn't myself. And then also, I feel that at one point the medications start not helping a lot. So you go back to your doctor, and the doctor increased the dose. And that happened for, I will say, 4 years. And while being on medication, I remember that time to time I was feeling so sad at work that I had to just stop my work, go out, cry, and then come back to work. And you feel guilty because you know how grateful you should be for the opportunities that you have, and the work that you have, and the career that you have, and the people who loves you, but you can't control the feeling. So you can control this, I can't wake up, I'm tired of living. And it's tough, and it's tough on the people that are around you also, because they don't understand why you can't get better. So that happened for many years. At one point, I wasn't aspiring of being happy. For me, it was just being stable and wanting to be alive. So that was my major thing. In 2023, I got pregnant. And I remember looking for information in how my depression medication can affect my baby. And with the help of my gynecologist and also my psychiatrist, we decided of tapering down the medication. So at this point, I'm taking 100 milligrams. I remember that we went down to 50, down to 25, until I completely stopped the medication. It was one of the worst months that I have experienced on side effects, because I was feeling like I couldn't drive. I remember my husband having to drive me to work. I couldn't sleep very well. It was tough. The goal was that after I gave birth, I was supposed to come back to the medication again. And again, this is not just to be happy. This is just to be stable. I gave birth, and one of the main concerns was the postpartum depression, having depression already. So I remember that I was getting ready to go back to my normal medication. I was breastfeeding, so I was a little hesitant to go back to that. And one person in my company asked me hey, have you tried Mood Guard? And I was like, no, I have not. What is this? And they explained me about oh no, these are natural supplements, 100% viability. It may help you to be stable. And I was like, okay, let me try it before going back to the doctor. So I did. And I remember that I was feeling good. I had energy. I was able to sleep. Well, well, you can sleep when you have a baby. So I was able to sleep the time that I could sleep. And my brain wasn't going crazy about all of these intrusive thoughts and the loops that I used to do of having the same thinking one and over and over and over and over. So that was the first month of taking Mood Guard. I continued the Mood Guard. I remember that after 3 months of postpartum, I started exercising as well. So at this point, I'm taking Mood Guard, I'm exercising, and I am raising a baby. But that combination was working. And now I have 1 year, almost 2 years taking Mood Guard. I haven't went back to my medication. I feel stable all the time. I don't have very big mood swings, even going through like a few tough months with family that got sick and things like that. But I have the energy to work out as well, which also improved my mental health. So it's like the full combination of having something that is not causing me side effects, that I don't feel that I have to increase the dosage just because it's not working anymore, and being happy and stable. So I know that struggling with depression and anxiety are things that are very delicate. You cannot just stop a medication and make substitution without having someone guiding you through that. But I feel that if people have the opportunity to take these kind of supplements, especially Mood Guard, they will start feeling a big improvement, and it may make a big impact in their life as it has done to mine. So I hope you try it.